Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Kayla in Color. It's me, Kayla, and I'm here today to share with you 5 items that I find to be necessities as a first grade teacher or even as a teacher in general, because this is my first year teaching first. But some of these items I've realized I need more as a first grade teacher than I did as a 3rd or 4th grade teacher. I also want to just kind of clarify before I get into these items that these are just preferences and these are just what I have found works best for me as a teacher for getting work done and doing what I need to do. Again, maybe these things don't work for you. Maybe you have the same items but with a different twist, and it's all about finding what's good for you and your niche as a teacher. So let me go ahead and get started. Now, my first item I actually don't have here at home with me, even though I now wish that I did because I did some work and I kind of need it. But my first must-have, this sneaky boy sneaking up on me. This is my son, Walter. Say hi, Walter.
Hi.
Okay, so sorry about that. Like I was saying, my first item, I actually don't have here with me. However, I wish I did because it's something I need with me all the time, whether I'm in the classroom or at home. And right now it's in the classroom and I wish I had it here at home, but it is my laminator. Now, I have this mini laminator. It's probably about this big. It's super lightweight. It's very easy to transport to and from school, that I bought off of Amazon. However, they sell the exact same one at Walmart and Target. I'll show you a picture. Here it is. This is the laminator that I use and I absolutely adore it. It does exactly what I need it to do and it's lightweight, which is very important to me because it's becoming a necessity to where I need to have it at home and at school. I used to keep my laminator at school at all times and I literally would barely ever use it. It would stay in my teacher closet until pretty much the beginning of the year when I started making new things. But now as a first grade teacher, I'm realizing that I need it more, I'm using it more, and I need it at home and at school. So for example, on the first day of school, I had students, I painted their hands with a color that they chose. We put it on a piece of paper and then I laminated those pieces of paper. So that's an example of a time when I needed it at school. Now I'm here at home and I printed out, or not printed out, but I cut out some things that I need laminated and I don't have it here at home. So I need to wait for when I go back to work. The school laminators are great, but one, you have to wait forever to heat them up. You have to share them with the rest. And then you get these huge sheets of paper and then you have to cut them, or huge sheets of laminating, and then you have to cut them, and it's just not very convenient. So using a smaller laminator is way more convenient. Thinking it's gonna become kind of like my laptop. It comes home with me every day, which leads me to my next item. So my second item is every teacher. And if you're a teacher, you know this. And if you're even a student teacher, or I just feel like everybody knows this about teachers, they need a good teacher bag. Now, I just recently got a good teacher bag. And when I say a good teacher bag, I mean one with all the pockets and all the space that I need. Because up until I've been teaching for 5 years, up until just recently, I was using just a big old tote that you just throw everything in and it only has one pocket. And to me, that worked out great. For 5 years almost, it worked out wonderfully. My most recent tote bag that I've been using, actually a friend got it for me for Christmas. Let me grab it. I did bring it to show you. So I was just using this tote bag. A friend of mine got it for me for Christmas. I absolutely loved it. I loved it so much that I ended up buying other people these bags for their gifts for Christmas, because I was given this before Christmas, but I actually ordered some others for Christmas gifts. I love it. I think it's adorable. I love how spacious this bag is. Like I said, it's just one pocket, everything fits in there. And it does have the little zipper pocket where I would put my pens and things. So to me, this was the perfect teacher bag. However, just recently, the strap started to break, and so I decided to order another teacher bag because I didn't want to be carrying this and then the strap break and then all my belongings and my laptop and things spill out everywhere. So I recently just bought a new teacher bag, and now I will say I still love this bag very, very much. However, I'm learning that a good teacher bag is a necessity. And so I recently got this teacher bag. Again, I'm in love. So this is my new teacher bag. It's a book bag, or you can carry it by the handles, which I think is super convenient. It's by the brand Lavuk. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. However, I've bought several purses from that brand off of Amazon, and I actually love this brand. I'm big on bags and purses, and I think that this Lavuk, I don't know, it's very economical. It's not very expensive at all for any of their bags or their book bags, and they are just like good quality. So I bought this for I think around $35, and it is just, I just love it. It's just amazing. I have nothing else to say about it. So let me show you some of, as you can see, there's zippers everywhere. So let me just show you some of the compartments and things. So here it's got a water bottle space. On the other side, a water bottle space. It even has like a charging port. So it came with a USB port that you can use to charge things while it's being stored. So, or while it's out of storage, I guess, because you can plug in your USB right there. So I thought that was super cool. So 2 water bottle spaces, the USB, and then on the front, you've got bags or zippers everywhere. So in this zipper, I just put my chargers in this little bag section right here. And then these are the keys to my classroom, which I still haven't put on my keychain, so I just put those in here. But there's also this like smaller storage where I'll eventually put, you know, lady necessities in there for when I need stuff like that. So that's that first front pocket. So that was that front pocket. Then there's another front pocket right here, which I put my winter gloves in. For like recess time. So I just put those in there. I don't have anything in this pocket just yet, but it goes like all the way down. It's like I'm literally at the bottom, so it's super deep. You can't see, but super deep pocket, kind of thin, so I don't know, maybe workout shorts and a t-shirt would fit in there, I think. Maybe not, or leggings and a t-shirt, maybe not like sweatpants and a hoodie, but you know, something lightweight that you might want to change into could definitely fit inside there. Now, there's also like this hidden zipper kind of thing in the back where the like straps are. And so it goes about halfway through. My fingers are like right there. Goes about halfway through. So maybe for like a wallet, I carry a purse in my teacher bag when I go to work, so I wouldn't put my wallet in there, but if I were using it for not a teacher bag, like at an amusement park or something, that would be a great place to put it. Okay, now the good stuff, the big compartment, which I just absolutely love. So first it has like this metal rod so that it doesn't, it's like right in here and right here. It's got these metal rods to kind of keep it open at like spread out open at all times when it's unzipped, which I think is super nice and convenient. And then it is just ginormous. Like, can you, oh my goodness. So right now I have just my planner and my laptop and some other things in here. So I'm just gonna pull them out real quick. Laptop, planner, and then just stickers. Okay, so this thing is so spacious. It fits, as you saw earlier, like it fit my laptop, the planner, and other things, and still had plenty of room. So it's a big space. Here is the USB cord that came with it. On this side, as you can see, I put my pins. There's like different compartments for pins and things. And then it also has like the zipper at the top, close to the pins. So another compartment right in here. Huge storage space, again, maybe for feminine necessities. So on the inside, there are also like water bottle compartments that you can use. And then on the other side of the bag, there are like different sections. So, and this is padded, so it's probably like better for your laptop. I should probably put my laptop in here because it's padded. And there's two of those. This one's not as deep, but the other one goes all the way down to the bottom of the bag. And so your laptop or a laptop would definitely fit in there. And then you've got the big compartment. And like I said, it's got that wire, that like metal piece, so I can't bend this down very much. But so that is my new teacher bag, and my laminator will fit perfectly in it with all of that stuff, with my laptop in it, and with my planner and everything, because the laminator is small and the bag is big. And so I think the laminator, if I turn it sideways and just stick it right in, because it's thin, it's, you know, like this big and like this long, and so it will fit right in there. So I think my laminator, now that I have my new teacher bag, is going to be a item that comes home with me every day, just like my laptop does. So that was item number 2. Love this bag so much. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, like I said before, it's all about preference. Before, I was fine with a bag with one giant pocket. That worked well for me. I'm just loving all of the compartments and the organization that all the pockets in the new bag gives me. Okay, so item number 3. The next item I know every teacher uses. It's just how you use it that's different. And so that is my planner. So this was also gifted to me as a Christmas gift. This one's actually Erin Condren, I believe. It's an Erin Condren planner. Yes, it's an Erin Condren planner, which I had never used before. I just would go to Walmart and get a planner, and those work just fine. But I do love my Erin Condren because it is personalized. I love that this person who bought this for me put pictures of my family on the front and on the back, so I always have something to look at work to kind of think about, oh, I get to go home soon and see my family. I love that the Erin Condrens have, let me find it, here it is. They have graphs for like seating charts. I've never used it, but I think that's awesome. I mean, it's just graph paper, so you can use it for anything, but I think seating charts would be a cool way to use it. I don't use it, but if I did, it would be cool. Okay, and then they also have, like, there's just so much stuff to show you. Okay, so when you first enter a month, you have the monthly calendar, which this is the page that I use the most for all of my planners, is the monthly calendar. I put everything that I need to know on those dates. That way I can just turn to one page and I know exactly what's going on. If I have a meeting, if I have soccer games or piano practice for my son, whatever I need, these are the ones that I use the most as the monthly planner or the monthly calendar in my planners. But the Erin Condren also has weekly planners where you can switch it up by subject. So It tells you the day, and then you put in the subject, so whatever subject you teach. So I have math, reading, spelling, science, writing, and grammar, and exactly what I'm doing. Now these are not my lesson plans that I present to my principals. These are just like quick little notes about what I might do or what I can do. Maybe if I'm on chapter 2, I'm gonna start it this day and then finish it by the end of the week, or whatever it may be. I put spelling words in there for the week so that I know what my plan is. It's kind of like a pre-planning planner before I start my lesson plans is kind of what I use my Erin Condren for. So I don't use my lesson plans and present this to my principal. I don't have objectives or anything in this planner. It's a pre-lesson planning. So that's that. Here's another. I just write all over my calendars so much because I've got so much going on all the time. And as teachers, we all know that. I also love how in this planner it comes, again, this is not something that I use, but maybe I should start actually, because this is actually a good idea now that it's a new school year, because I got this in the middle of the school year last year when it was Christmas time, but now that it's a new school year, this is like a student checklist, so kind of like a grading book. So I might actually start using this because now I have new students, and by the time that this school year is over, I'll have to get a new planner anyway because it only goes to December. So this is like a grade book on both sides. It's got several pages of the student checklist or grade book, whatever you want to call it. In the back here, several, there's more, a whole bunch of pages of student checklist. I think I'm definitely going to start using this. And then in the very back, it comes with like stickers and things, which I've used some of them, but just like exclamation points if it's important. And what's these, like no school days. I've used a few of them. I just usually just write in them, or report cards or testing. We've got some other things like daily reminders and field trip stickers, which I've used some of those as well. So it comes with, everything a teacher would need: seating charts, student checklists, like lesson plans, like templates or whatever. It's just all a matter of your preference, like I said. And then in the back, it has like a little pocket holder to put some stuff in. So, like I said before, I never had an Erin Condren planner before. So like the pre-planning, thing that I showed you with the weeks, was not something I typically did in the past. But once I got this, I started it and I found that it was really helpful. Like going into lesson planning, I could look in my pre-planner and say, oh, okay, we're gonna start chapter 2 on Tuesday, so that I know on Monday maybe I need to review. So it is a nice little pre-planner. But I will say, like, I use, as I showed you, the monthly calendar the most. That is what's big for me. I need to know what day, what time everything is, and I need it all on one page so that I know exactly what page to flip through thanks to this. And I just put this here because this is like a page that's well written on and well loved. It has the sticker and everything. So I just put my little divider here, my bookmark here, so that you could see it. Okay, on to item number 4. Okay, so this one you might think is like not a teacher item. It's an every person item. Every person in the world needs one of these. However, I found out just recently that this particular item was a necessity for me. And that is, you need a good teacher water bottle. And let me tell you why. So before I used to not bring water bottles at all. Like I would bring plastic water bottles to school. And they would sit in my lunchbox. So that's not good. It would sit in my lunchbox. This doesn't fit in my lunchbox, so I have to carry it around, which means it has to sit on my desk, which means I get to see it every day, all the time. When I walk by my desk, there it is. So I found out that I needed a water bottle that wasn't going to fit in my lunchbox because I was not drinking water at all. I would drink my coffee in the morning and then go the entire school day without drinking water, because my water would sit in my lunchbox and I would never look at it until lunchtime. I would take a few sips and then once lunch was over, not look at it again because I would just shove it back in there. So then I started carrying water bottles around, like bigger ones that wouldn't fit into my lunchbox. And the ones that I used to use were just, it wasn't like this, which I'll get to that, were just kind of like an open lid like this. Or it was like the one where you pop the lid and you drink it still like this. And I found that that wasn't very successful for me either. I still was not drinking a lot of water. So that's when I decided to start using a water bottle like this. Now this is the one I use all the time, but it has a straw. I found that when I am using a straw, I drink more water during the day at school when I'm talking to students or teaching. And I think it's because of the flexibility. It's easier, it's more convenient. I don't have to chug. I can kind of just take a quick sip and then still talk. So I found that using a straw was actually helping me stay hydrated during the day. So water bottles with a straw that don't fit in my lunchbox seems to be my go-to, my necessity. Now, I just started recently trying to drink even more water than what I was drinking before. So I was, for a while, bringing this. Doesn't fit in my water or in my lunchbox, check. Has a straw, check. So I thought, oh, this is going to be perfect. I can drink all of it. I can track my progress, and it'll be perfect for the school day. Wrong. I found that I never drank out of it because it was way too big to carry around. This I can carry to the office, I can carry when I take the kids to specials or to lunch, and it's not bulky and heavy. This I found I don't want to carry it, I don't even want to pick it up to drink out of it because it's so heavy. It's a gallon of water when it's full. So in the morning, at 7 a.m. it's here, at 9 a.m. it's still here. It's still pretty much practically a gallon of water. So I found that I was not drinking hardly anything when I carried this big thing around. So it was all about preference, all about what is working best for me, and I need a smaller water bottle with a straw. And I've talked to several teachers who have talked about staying hydrated during the school day, and they all agree that the straw is the key. Not having a plastic water bottle or anything like that, but having a straw. So if you want to bring those plastic water bottles and stick a plastic straw in it, do it. Because I think if you struggle with hydration during the school day, I think the straw is the key. So having a water bottle this is my teacher necessity. I bring it everywhere, and I love that it has a handle. But now that I have my new book bag, my teacher book bag, I can just stick it right in my book bag on one of those side pockets. But I learned a lot about myself as a water drinker and a teacher when I was trying to stay hydrated during the school day, and I just couldn't. And so I was like, okay, what can I improve? And that's what I found. I found I needed something that didn't fit in my lunchbox and that had a straw, but again, wasn't too big. So you need a good teacher water bottle. Find yourself one. Okay, and then number 5. My last item that I find to be a classroom necessity is actually an item that I don't take to school at all because it's too big and bulky, and I just recently started using it for classroom things, and that is my Cricut. I have a Cricut Explore Air 2, and I've had it for several years now, but I only really like to make t-shirts on it. But it wasn't until recently that I started making bulletin board things. And I think it's because I'm in that younger age group where bulletin boards and door decorations and things like that are more common and more popular. And so I needed to start using my Cricut to make these. And I found that it, one, is so much easier than cutting it with scissors. And 2, I can make some beautiful pieces. So I'm going to show you my finished bulletin board because I know you saw my bulletin board in previous videos, but I'm going to show you my finished bulletin board, which I made with my Cricut. I made the words and things with my Cricut, so you'll be able to see that. Then I also wanted to show you this because if you watched my orientation video, then you know what this is. So I don't want to show the student's face, so I'm just gonna turn his face like that. But this was what they did at orientation. They were to color the shirt and the pants. I actually ended up only having them color the shirt at orientation, and then the pants were homework on the first week. But I wanted to show you this because I used my Cricut to cut out the hands, and then look, it's all laminated. So there's another item. Item number one is a necessity. Is my laminator. So these, they have their faces up here, which you can't see, but these are going to be hanging on the wall in the hallway to display their work. But I wanted to show you this because I used my Cricut. I didn't have to cut these. I did have to cut the laminating by hand, but I didn't have to cut the actual hands by hand. So that was a time saver in itself. I just love it. So I've been using my Cricut a lot more. We have a door decorating contest coming up at my school, and so I'm already like creating things in Cricut Design Space for my door. So I'm using my Cricut. I mean, I've never used my Cricut before in a classroom or for my classroom until this year. So as a first grade teacher, I find it to be a new necessity, and I use it to make teacher tees, which I wear on Fridays. So that's nice too. So those are my 5 items that I find to be just a necessity to have as a teacher, a first grade teacher, or just a teacher in general. So that is a laminator, a good teacher bag, a good planner that works for you, a good water bottle, and then the Cricut. So I want to say thank you for watching all the way through if you're still here. I want to say thank you for subscribing if you are a subscriber. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you on the next video.
I have a channel too, so if you guys aren't subscribed, subscribe to mine. Mine is Walter's Wacky Adventures.
Alright, so make sure you subscribe to Walter's Wacky Adventures. I've talked about that in another video of mine. It's a kid-friendly YouTube channel, and he just does like all kinds of crazy stuff, whatever he wants to do. Pokemon, animals, you name it.
Lit stuff.
Oh, lit stuff. Ugh, I can't keep up with this lingo these days, this slang. So anyway, thanks for watching.
Bye guys. Bye guys.